A very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome all of you to have a seat, enjoy the last complimentary drink of the day, enjoy our last, but I think most interesting presentation of the day. We are going to discuss something that has never been discussed here before. It's the combination of an interview and an experience. So if you are hesitating right now, do I want this or do I not want this? Yes, you want this. And I invite you to have a seat. If you cannot find a seat, stay around, don't worry. So I often think of, in terms of hydrogen, wow, whoever had this idea to use this very abundant element as an energy carrier, genius. But then I also ask myself this question, how do we come up with great ideas? How do I come up with great ideas? How do I find solutions to problems? So in this talk, we are going to find out about that, how to find fresh ideas for radical innovation. So if you have, let's say, a problem regarding your development, a question regarding your business model, if you have any question about your personal life, marriage, love, everything is fine. Keep that question in mind for our upcoming talk. Don't worry, nobody needs to come on stage. Nobody needs to reveal their personal question. You can all keep them for yourself, but you're invited for this experience. And for that, please welcome with me on stage from Trance to Innovation, Mr. Bernhard Jäkel. Bernhard, also from my side to you, a very warm welcome. Welcome on stage. Bernhard, I want to jump off the gun and ask you, why is it so difficult for companies and institutions to create new ideas and to be really innovative?
Yeah, the problem is most companies, they improve the products they have because they used to these products to use the tools of the products, and it requires a lot of flexibility to change all that. And that's basic reason why it's so hard or so difficult.
And why is it then so important that we need innovation and also new innovation methods?
I guess in these times, every time, I guess, but especially in these times, the environment changes a lot. And we have to keep up with this. We have the climate change, we have the Ukraine war, we have the competition as ever, and the supply chains. We had to face a lot of new problems, so we have to invent things. We have to invent ourselves, we have to refresh our minds, and we have to create new ways of thinking.
Yeah, and I can also, I feel the spirit. I feel that we all want to be innovative, but are kind of blocked, or we don't know how to do innovation, even though there are already proven methods on innovation. Thinking of design thinking, brainstorming, all of these methods have been developed to be more innovative, to create ideas. And you are here because you have developed your own method on creating ideas. Tell us more about this.
Yes, I really like to do this. The common methods, they are really great. There's nothing against that. Maybe I can put it like that. They help to produce a lot of good ideas, a lot of ideas. So if I don't know where to go, I can produce by using brainstorming, the very basic method. I can take the bus, I can take the train, I can walk, I can do this, I can do that. So it covers a range from here to there. And then we have to decide what is the solution. We have to choose one. That's the regular way of using these ideas, and that's great. But what the difference is, what I'm intending is, if you connect to your deeper knowledge, to a certain kind of intuition, then you find the solution. Like if you have lost the key somewhere, everybody knows that problem, or lost something. And when you sleep, wake up, or just think nothing, or play, or do something else, all of a sudden you remember, or you remember, oh fuck, it was in the kitchen. It was under the
happens to
table.
me every day. Yes.
And then it's the right solution. It's not thinking this and that and that. And that's the core of my method.
Okay, so you will help me to find my keys.
For example.
Okay, but you're also helping companies and institutions to find greater ideas, like really like having Einstein moments.
Yeah, that's a good word. Good expression, Einstein moments, yes.
Yeah. But everyone can just stand here and say, "Hey, I have a great idea to create fresh solutions and ideas." What is your background?
I'm a psychologist. I'm not an engineer. I come from the classic psychological point. I'm a therapist. I'm a coach. I did communication trainings and workshops, supervision, all that stuff, and have done several trainings in psychotherapy, coaching, and that. And I transferred it all the time into work, adapted it. How can I use that? So there is something was. Yeah, I will tell more about that.
It's so fascinating, and I love that we are nowadays using approaches from different expertises to use them in different fields. So I think, especially here at this fair, which is an industrial fair, it is so important to find a way to be more innovative, because the pressure is also there. But how can you, honestly, create great ideas if you are under pressure?
Yeah, that's some kind of contradiction. So it's too easy to say, just relax. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like the photographer says, just smile, relax. Smile gets even more tension.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but there are ways to relax, though.
And you have one way. I would like to know from you your method. I'm kind of curious. I want to know more. Can you reveal a little bit more about how your method is working?
Yeah, a little bit theory, but it's very practical theory. It's most of you might know the iceberg model. The iceberg top is just a little thing, and this represents the conscience. And everything under the iceberg is the subconscious. So, and if you transfer this in the conscience, we have the possibility to calculate 40 bits in a second. The subconscious takes millions, 10 millions at least. And then there might sound a bit strange for somebody, and there's a superconscious where you have possibilities, they are unlimited.
And all the possibilities are inside of us.
Yes and no. The conscience and the subconscious, they are inside of us. And the superconscious is like a biocosmic internet where you only have to get into it to connect.
And I'm already getting goosebumps. I feel the excitement inside. And probably all of you too, and you already wonder why you have paper and a pen on the table. We will get to that very soon. But before that, I would like to know from you, are there any challenges regarding the trance to innovation method?
This is an important question because many people are a bit suspicious. What is he doing? The psychologist hypnotizes me and then I run out somehow crazy. This happens on his show, hypnosis maybe. This is regularly not the case, but I wouldn't do this if somebody has a paranoia, really a psychiatric, then he would see crazy things. But I don't think there's somebody here. If somebody feels like that, he should just relax and not take part of that. What can happen is that you discover some feeling you had this morning, like when falling asleep or when getting up. Then it happens that you remember something, there was this strange situation, and all of a sudden you get this feeling which might be not that nice. This would be a challenge, but I guess that's a normal way.
So I guess also a challenge would be just to be open
Yep.
towards it. I would like to know from you, since it's a method, you already used this method. Can you maybe elaborate on some highlights where you have already used the trance to innovation? Maybe also the possibilities, also some example use cases to help our audience also to understand better.
It's a good example from a fair. I had a creative person who was, his profession was to create things. For example, booths for the fair. And in a trance, he saw 2 booths, and he was excited about that. He said he's never seen that. And I asked him to make a skizze and draw a picture or write it down. And he said, no, I've seen this picture. I know how it works. I have it in mind. It's like a prominent example is Paul McCartney. He dreamed, that's what is told, dreamed the melody of Yesterday in a night, and then he sat down and wrote down the world hit.
It's so interesting, and I love how somebody created a booth in their mind, and I think it's interesting. I kind of can relate to that, even though I don't have the words for it. I think it's so. I feel already a connection. I'm excited. Which preconditions do I or the audience need to have for your trance to innovation method?
It's very easy. You only have to be curious. Be open as far as you like. And even if I ask you to close your eyes, you don't have to close your eyes if you don't like that. It can work anyway.
So I would say, from theory to practice, if there's nothing else to add, then I think we could start with getting into trance and getting great ideas.
Okay. Have you got your ideas, or not your ideas? Maybe you still have got your ideas, but your questions? I really recommend to use this trance. It's not just a demonstration. As if you want to take advantage of that, write down some questions, and even if I ask for the answers, you don't have to tell me that if it's too private. So if you have some professional or some private thing, just go for it. I want to see at least 3 people writing down something, if it's possible. Oh, yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I don't want to force you, but encourage you to be a bit courageous. It's an investment in yourself. And even if you don't have questions in this trance, maybe if you're lucky, you can get answers for the question you haven't asked. Okay. Are you ready? A few seconds. Okay. It's a bit unusual for a fair, but when I ask you to close your eyes, you have the chance just to relax and to let all the impressions pass and relax just a little bit. So, make yourself comfortable, sit down as you like the most in the moment. You can change your seat. Yeah, this looks good. And if you like, close your eyes. I really recommend to close your eyes. It's only for a few minutes. Close your eyes and feel how it is to sit here in this Hannover fair, world-leading industry fair, with closed eyes, and let all the things happen which happen. Feel your breath. And maybe, if you like, take a deeper breath. It helps to get in a bit deeper. Yeah. A bit deeper, a bit. And hold your breath, and then just let go. Yeah. Yeah, and do it one more time. And 2 more times. Just let your breath come and go like the water comes and goes. The rhythm, very natural rhythm. A rhythm of your breathing, which has been here and all the time. It's full automatic. It's not possible to stop it. When you sleep or when you're nervous or whatever happens, breathing takes place. So let yourself breathe and appreciate this process. Just for a few moments. And while you're doing this, maybe try to feel a bit the gravity. It's a bit unusual to feel gravity, but if you were on the moon or in some space shuttle station, you would float around. Wouldn't be on the ground like now. So, in order to feel the next sense, allow yourself to hear the sounds here in this hall. Just hear the sounds. And be curious from what direction they come. Right side, left side, front, back, from above. And be open for the feeling of a certain distance where the sounds come from, so that you realize a certain spatial perception. Yeah. Certain spatial perception. So you can see with your inner eyes a bit while hearing. Just be curious how far you can detect some voices. How it is to take notice of that and to drop it in the next moment. One voice comes, the other goes. Yeah, and while you hear this, feel your breathing again, how the oxygen fuels your cells. It's not only the lungs distribute oxygen into the whole body. So by inhaling, you get some inspiration of the oxygen. Oxygen inspires your cells, and the waste just gets out till the next fresh oxygen comes in. Oxygen likes to connect like hydrogen likes to connect, likes to fuel the cells. And while you do this, imagine somewhere in front of you, or maybe from the side, a magic screen appears. Somewhere, maybe some parts, some fragments, some facets of a magic screen, or might be a membrane or a plate. Maybe it's multipolar plate somehow. Disappears and appears again. And be curious to feel this surface. Is it two-dimensional, three-dimensional? Maybe you get some feeling, some connection to it. Be curious how the structure is, how the molecules, the atoms are structured. and you might suspect is it. This magical screen or surface, this mirroring thing, can give you answers. So try to be open and be curious while you connect with this screen, display, whatever it is. Be open if you and how you can get some impulses, some facets of answers. For somebody it might be very concrete, some pregnant is good, some birth of an idea. For somebody it may be a facet or a picture or a color. But try to get a feeling and be open that this feeling, this color, this thing can be translated now or later. It can be the case that you get the fresh idea, whatever it will be, a bit later. Maybe when sleeping tonight, tomorrow, later, all of a sudden might reveal its message. And if you like, if you are connected somehow, you can ask more questions to this magic thing. And ask, if there's the first answer, you can ask, how can I? What else is to do? Where's to take attention, to pay attention to? Yeah, passion also. Whatever your subject is, your issue. Okay. We have a few more moments, half a minute to come back slowly. Maybe you 2.5 minutes to come back slowly. Maybe to move your hands a bit and to get in motion, slowly, gentle. And the first who have opened their eyes, and if you have something discovered, you can write it down. And you also can take photos. You use your inner webcam, make a screenshot of the picture or whatever it was you have seen. You can keep it. Make a screenshot, make a copy, give it a name so that you can find it. So, welcome back. Everybody is here again. Back to reality, to this reality. There might be different layers of reality. So now I'm a bit curious. When I ask you, you don't have to tell me private things, but I'm curious to get to know how your experience was. Is there anything you would like to share with me or with us? Jack?
Thank you. Oh, it was great. Thank you. Can I hold it? Okay. I won't keep it, I promise. No, it was really, really nice. I've tried to do meditation on my own before, but this time I was able to hold the screen, as you call it, a little better somehow. And I guess it's the couple answers I knew, the kind of the answer to the questions I had. I work with my dad. It's been difficult, but we've been getting very successful lately as a result of me grinding and him working. And I wanted to ask if we can work together with mutual respect. And I think I got my answer. And then
So it's about the relation of your dad and you got some encouragement for the next step in this work on the relation,
kind of,
right?
Yeah. It went from me and him almost wanting to literally kill each other in March. I took a month off, and here I am now. And there's since then been so much progress that I maybe didn't stop and look back at, and had a weirdly natural conversation with him yesterday. So I don't want to take too much of your guys' time, but it was great. And then
How do you feel after this trance within this conflict? How do you feel
Good.
right now with that?
like a relief. Yeah, and peace.
Say it once more, I didn't get it.
Relief.
Relief.
Yeah.
Good, good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody else like to share an experience? Or experience doesn't have to be very personal. It's just the information. I was relaxed and there was nothing. It's also a feedback from me, if you like. Joost.
Yeah, so to be honest, I didn't really get a new idea. But what I did notice is at first we were still, listening to the sounds, as you said, and then we were sort of going towards this screen, right? Then when you were bringing us back, I noticed that suddenly the sounds did become louder again, and that was something that was surprising for me because all the time I did feel like I was still here. I was here, obviously, but at least I wasn't focused on the sounds, or the sounds weren't there anymore, or whatever. And that was a bit surprising for me. So no new ideas, but a new experience. So definitely valuable.
That's great, thanks. This is the way the awareness, the perception gets wider. So the doors of perception, they change a bit. And within this, it's possible to find these things, the keys or whatever. Thanks.
I guess everyone is still a little bit in trance, and I can understand that. If I listen to Bernhard's voice, it's also very relaxing, and I also I had to prevent myself from getting into a relaxed state because I was afraid that I would not come back. So I'm happy that I am back here, and I'm glad you made this experience, and thank you so much for sharing also this very personal experience, and I'm happy, and I see that Bernhard is really happy about this. I do want to give you an opportunity to ask questions regarding these methods, regarding getting ideas and innovation. So if you have a question, I'll come down to you, and we will have the opportunity to listen to Bernhard's voice again.
Is there a possibility to do it on my own when I'm at home or something? Because when you're not there, then something is missing, right?
Yes and no. It's like getting a massage. If you do it for yourself, it's not that relaxing. But the example is not really true with the massage. Hypnosis is a help for people to do the self-hypnosis. So I facilitate this experience in order that people get encouraged to do it by themselves. This is some kind of mission, maybe. I'd really like to transfer this feeling, how it is to go deeper, to relax and to be focused and to be creative from that state of feeling. So go for it. I really encourage you to keep up with that.
And this is so interesting because I think also some philosophers have agreed upon that we are coming as a society from an era of thinking to an era of feeling. And I think there's just so much more than feeling. I think we are getting closer to our, let's call it subconsciousness, and also making use of what's there. Not only looking at problems, but looking at solutions. So I'm really happy that you were open for this experience. I'm honored that we have this kind of different format here at the Hydrogen Fuel Cell Fair, and I can only say it was great to have you here. And I would like you, if there's anything that you would like to share with the audience regarding trans innovation, this is your time to share your message.
Yes, creativity is a resource. This is a resource. It can't be stolen. There can't be wars because of creativity. Everybody has it. It's a peaceful message. It's very peaceful, and creativity doesn't cost anything. You don't have to pay for that. Everybody has it. And if you go back when, look at children, they are creative. They are just in the mode that they can play, that they can be creative, that they can produce lots of varieties. So, I'm talking message. But the message is, yeah, go for it, to calm down, trust, and find your answers in yourself.
Exactly, the answer is within you. And this is also our last this is our last moment together here at the fair. I'm also saying bye to all our online guests. We are live streaming from the fair. If you enjoyed this that's trans innovative experience, then this video will be on our website, htfcfair.com. You can find it on YouTube, and you can maybe forward that to a friend or show it to any colleagues, maybe to get a little bit more creative, to find new ideas, and maybe have the next booming technology here at Hannover Fair 2023. So thank you very much, everyone who participated, and thank you for this offer, for this free service to getting great ideas. Bernhard Jäkel, it was a pleasure to have you here on stage. Please give him a big hand of applause.
Thank you, Mona, a lot. Thanks a lot. And thank you, audience. Everybody was here great in this fair. I'm really pleased and happy. Thanks a lot.
Wish you a great journey home. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.